Oh, hello. Looks like you caught me eating some timtams. A tasty treat from down under. You can probably find them in your grocery store in the international section. But this isn't a commercial about timtams. After eating these, I got to thinking, wonder what Maarten, the Aussie Comic Book Collector, would like to see in one of my videos. What books could I show him that he would be interested in? Hello everybody, Mr. Akins here, and welcome to What's on a Comic Rack. In this video, I'm going to be showing some books requested by Maarten, the Aussie Comic Book Collector. He requested my oldest comics, so I want to find some of those. Maybe some Australian themed comics. And he always enjoys final issues of a run. So let's get to looking at those books, Jambo style. We're going to start off with the oldest comics I own. This is a Peanuts comic from 1958. Which is funny because I've been doing a segment on my channel called The 5 Ages, where I try to show comics from different ages, but I never have a golden age comic to show. That's because I don't own any golden age comics. This is the closest I own to a golden age comic. Now I got these comics from my cousin who was clearing his barn out. He came across them and said, "Hey, do you want these?" I said, "Absolutely." Now these comics are in rough shape, but to me they are beautiful pieces of artwork. The simplicity, the color schemes, even in this shape, the Schultz art is absolutely amazing. Now each one of these comics features on the cover just Charlie Brown and Snoopy. In this first one, we have a Gold Key comic, a 12-cent comic with light green and a dark green color scheme. Next, we have a Dale 10-cent comic with a blue background, and another Dale 15-cent comic with also a blue background. Now I think these comics are beautiful enough to hang up on the wall, and I think about maybe trying to put these somewhere because they're just absolutely beautiful pieces of artwork. Those are the oldest comics I own. However, in this same batch that was found in the barn, we have this beauty right here, Lulu and Tubby in Australia. Now this is a Dale Giant 25-cent comic from 1961. Now the Peanuts comics, I couldn't find any numbers on them. This one does have a number. It's number 42. I have no idea who did the artwork for this cover, but I absolutely had to include this comic in this video. Something else Maarten likes to do on his channel. He loves final issues of a series. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final issue of the original Iron Man series. Now I see this comic came out in 1996. That's almost like 30 years ago, so it's been 30 years since I've read this comic. And what I remember is they had kind of de-aged Tony Stark into a teenager, made him kind of a villain. One of the reasons I want to complete my Iron Man volume run is so I can read, and in some cases reread, the entire volume 1 of Iron Man. Now, some people say just read the issues online. For me, it's not the same. My wife and I make a great batch of crawfish etouffee, but it's not the same as eating crawfish etouffee from the gumbo shop in New Orleans. I can watch a Penn State football game on TV, but it's not the same as going to a whiteout game in Beaver Stadium. And for me, reading comics online is not the same as reading physical copies. Maarten also likes to show off comics that other channels may not show. So here's a comic you may not see every day. ROM number 75. Boxes this issue checks off. Obscure issue you usually don't see. Check. Final issue of a series? Check. Yellow cover? Check. I feel this issue really ended the series well. I remember that. This is another series I would really like to get the entire run and read from issues number 1 all the way to number 75 here. Now the idea for this video came about because I commented on one of Maarten's videos where he showed off a John Byrne comic. And if you've watched my channel at all, you know I'm a big John Byrne fan. So I couldn't help but show off my latest acquisition here, Xmen number 113. If you haven't checked out the Colossus Collector's Holiday Special, you definitely need to. There will be a link in the description below. Ryan is a wonderful person with a great channel and a generous heart. This was actually a gift on that holiday special, and what makes this gift so great is the fact that of what's on the inside of this issue. And that, my friends, is because it has been signed by Johnbyrne himself. This is probably my second most cherished comic I own. The next one's going to be my most cherished. But I want to thank Ryan again for this wonderful gift. I will be eternally grateful. And now for the last comic. Another thing Maarten likes to do on his channel is end on a key. He likes to show a lot of books at random and then end on a key. And that's kind of what I'm going to do here. I'm going to end on a key. Now I have a few keys I could have shown at the end of this video, but I decided on this one. Key significance of this is the first appearance of Rogue. But for me, it has a much bigger significance. This is the first comic I ever remember buying with my own money. Another thing Maarten likes to do is show off the interior of a comic. So I'm going to show some of the interior of this, some of my favorite panels from this comic book. Right here we have a great panel of michaelgolden art. Captain America getting his butt whooped, always nice. And one of my favorite panels in this book, these two right here. One where Wanda is using her hex power to change Pyro's flame creature into actual stone. And this panel with Iron Man right here getting ready to vaporize that statue. I love how michaelgolden has Iron Man's repulsor rays ready to go. I mean, he's looking right at you and those repulsor rays are just going to come right out and destroy that statue, which it does. These two panels are just some of the greatest panels in this comic book, which is absolutely filled with great art. And there you have it. My oldest comics, some final issues, and ended here with a key. I would like to thank Maarten, the Aussie Comic Book Collector, for the suggestions. I'm eternally grateful to Ryan, the Colossus Collector, for my awesome Johnbyrne signed X-Men number 113. You can find links to their channels in the description below, and I'll see you around the comic rack.
Hey, JM, have you ate all the Tim Tams?
No,